Live with another surprise next. But first, let's check in with Bill.
Okay.
Brian served in the United States Army for more than 20 years. Brian, when you're ready.
That wounded Army veteran Brian Keaton shocking the crowd at the Nationals-Giants game when he dropped to the ground, as you saw, and threw out the first pitch like it was a grenade and pulled the imaginary pin first.
Joining us now is retired U.S. Army Sergeant First Class Brian Keaton himself. Sergeant, it is an honor to have you here. You certainly wowed the crowd. How did this all come about that you would get to throw that pitch out? Such an amazing game.
Oh, how did it feel? Was that the question?
Yes.
It was awesome. As all, I mean, it's every baseball's fan's dream to do something like that. I never thought I'd do something like that, but I've been fortunate to get to meet the team through being at Walter Reed and stuff, and so they asked me to do it, and it was a lot of fun. I had an absolute blast.
Absolutely, and you had you've been in the area, you've been at Walter Reed for 3.5 years as they've taken care of you. At what point, Sergeant, you're talking about how it's every fan's dream to throw out the first pitch. Okay, that's true, but not many people throw it out the way you just did. Why did you decide to do it that way?
Well, Adam LaRoche and Doug Pfister and Tony Tarasco and a lot of those guys, Steven Souza and all them, I took them out for some training like right before the playoffs.
Right.
And I made them low crawl and throw grenades and high crawl, and just they wanted to see what it was like to be a soldier. So we tried to respect that fact, and we really trained them. And we had some pretty fun times with them on the range and stuff, not on a real range, but on a private range. And then, you know, it was just a good time, and it was kind of an inside joke. And I said, you know, I'm like, dude, I'm only getting to do this one time, and I'm a wounded warrior. I might as well just throw a grenade.
And your whole family serving in the military. Your son's in the academy. Your another son, your oldest, is an airborne ranger. So I'm wondering, in the big picture, we know what you did for the Nationals. Tell us what you did for the country. Describe your service over the last few years.
Oh, I didn't do anything that nobody else has done. I mean, you know, the guys that are going to work 8 to 5 here that aren't in the military, that give me a country to fight for, you know, I didn't do anything more special than that.
How'd you get wounded?
Just you know, war, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, whatever.
Sergeant, you sustained injury. You said Walter Reed brought you back about 3 times. You're a dad of 5. When you got to the mound right after that pitch, everyone saw you. It looked like you were writing something on the mound. What did you write there?
Well, I'll tell you, Elizabeth. It's I wrote the greatest name ever, and that would be my wife, Kristen. I've been deployed for, you know, and gone so much over since 2001. And, you know, I wish she could have been on that mound with me, because honestly, if we're just being realistic, you know, I would have never been there if it wasn't for my wife raising kids while I was gone and loving me and taking care of me when I was sick. And she's the hero. My wife, Kristen, is the hero. And that's the name I wrote in the mound, because it was terrible that I couldn't have her with me, or any of the kids. And, but I thought, you know, well, if I do this, she'll forever be with me up here in this memory. So I did it, because that's my hero.
You have a family of patriots there. U.S. Army Sergeant First Class Brian Keaton. Brian, thank you very much for joining us. And we've seen a lot of first pitches, but that's the best one ever. Thank you, sir.
Well,
thanks for your
Thank
service.
you for having us on. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great day.
All right.
And go Nats, by the way. Go Nats.
You watch. They're going to come back. They're going to come back.
Yeah,
That's
they would have
right.
in the 19.
Hey, listen, let's go Nats. Here's a shout out to you boys. Mike Rizzo, Matt Williams, the Leonard family. Thank you for all you've done for the Wounded Warriors. We love you guys. And everybody back to Nats. They back Wounded Warriors. Adam LaRoche, Doug Pfister. Much love. There you go.
Wow,
Great.
a lot of
And
things there.
some of the guys you hugged right after throwing the pitch. Thanks so much, guys. Meanwhile, straight ahead, President Obama says the war